If you're looking to self-finish your needlepoint projects, let me show you how I self-finished this needlepoint scissors case that I stitched. I'm not an expert, so this is not a tutorial, but this is the process I used. I blocked both canvases and then cut them out with a large enough margin I could go back and hand sew if needed, and then cut pieces of lining to match the size of both canvases and clip the wrong side to the wrong side, and then I sewed those together. My initial plan was to leave a larger seam allowance, but I tried that and realized it wouldn't work because I'm not sewing 100% of the front and back together. So I ended up ripping it out and going back and stitching about 1 stitch in and leaving a 1.5-inch gap at the bottom. Turning it inside out is very difficult because the canvas isn't flexible. So you're going to want to make sure that you leave a nice large gap so that you're able to do that. So you'll want to sew both pieces together, flip them inside out, and then this is what you get. I ended up clipping wrong side to wrong side and stitching those together with about what I thought was a 1-stitch seam allowance, which is really quite small. And you'll see that this actually does not work out. I wanted to show you the process so you could see for yourself, if you're thinking of trying this method, why it was so difficult. And the issue was with so much canvas, it was really tricky to fit through such a small space. If you were just using regular fabric, this would be great. But because the canvas is so inflexible, I actually had to rip out this whole half of the seam to get it to turn. And you can see this side does look great where I was able to keep the sides connected, but there's no way I'm going to be able to finish that on the whole side. So I end up undoing everything and just stitching the bottom sections together, flipping those, and then clipping it so that the right sides are facing out. I stitched this together, and then this is the final product, and I will have to add cording to cover the edges, but I think it looks great. I ripped out a lot of seams along the way, and the canvas is actually super resilient, so don't be afraid to try things, because once I learned the technique that worked the best, it was really easy and it came out great.